Good evening, Free Enterprise fans, and welcome to the end of the round of 16. This is Dude, Where's My Golbez on FF for All. I'm Scarsfer. I'm joined in the booth by Fried Potato. That is how you say that. We've got Dubward tracking. How are you doing tonight, Potato?
Fantastic. I am super stoked to see the end of the round of 16, what kind of seed these racers get, and how it all shakes down going into the round of 8.
Yeah, the winner of this match will move on to face Fiery Blizzard, one of. He says he hasn't been practicing, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be afraid of him. So whoever
Exactly.
win. So they're gonna. It's gonna be these runners have their work cut out for them tonight. They'll have their work cut out for them tomorrow, or not tomorrow night. In the next round.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. I know they've both been practicing. Practice does pay off a lot of times in these seeds. There's a lot to adjust to, especially with the Labo shell flag, getting some experience with the different scripts you can run into at the end of the game, as well as just figuring out your loot routing and when you prefer to check what once those options open up to you.
Yeah, I imagine that our looting's probably gonna be within the bog standard unless we get exactly edge. Edge always shakes things up, but
Yeah. I know Kane is sort of one of those mid characters to a lot of people. I like seeing him. There's a lot of loot that you can find that kind of gets him powered up decently well early enough in these seeds. All it would really take if they stumbled across an Avenger, they could really kind of put that to work in the overworld. And plus the forge weapons that get enabled by having Kane in the seed are pretty nice.
oh yeah, the Abel's Lance, the Gigantax, Piggy Stick's okay. Piggy Stick's Piggy Stick's really only good for exactly Kane. Like, yeah, you can give it to Cecil, but come on, Piggy Stick is Kane's weapon.
Yeah. Usually, especially at these seeds, you're going to have something better for Cecil by the time you're getting to Z. At least you really, really hope so if you picked him up. I wouldn't know what it's like, though, to completely zonk in Eblin for finding good Cecil.
Oh, looks like we have a difference in delay.
All right, we see Yang is our other character. What a starting party. Not one. I wouldn't be surprised to see both of these characters swapped out depending on who else is available in the seed. They are good characters, but they're not the prime picks, really.
Oh wow, big delay between the runners here.
That is okay. All right. We'll be synced up here shortly and get to reveal who our Baron boss is. Fantastic timing there. Dark Elf. All right. Not required Baron key, at least not to start. So runners have the whole basic start of the seed to kind of figure out what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I always like seeing how people start. Mysidia versus, going over to Bedward is an option. There's a couple things that we've seen kind of people fall into the habit of doing at the opening of these seeds.
Yeah, yeah. The this feels like our runners would be inclined to go immediately to Mysidia, and they both are. I'm a
Oh
wizard.
yeah, want to round out your party probably, right?
Yeah.
At least see what else the seed's gonna give you right now. Oh,
Well,
that's
we
all
don't want
right.
that,
No, probably not.
and
Hmm.
that's less than exciting.
Yeah, Sid, not. I mean, some decent gear potentially on him with the flags to start out that you might, take, but not one of those characters that you're super joyful to see.
Yeah.
Quick shot peek for both. we did see illusions, Starveils, and Asura there. Illusions, I feel like sometimes are worth grabbing on these flags. They definitely have some decent use if you were running out of defensive options, and we have seen seeds with no white mages. So
Yeah, and I won't be surprised if either of them goes back. And here's a touch of divergence. Soap
yeah,
is
or
grabbing Ordeals
and then
early.
Demacia, the back of the hovercraft launch, some good loot. Wow,
Ooh. Murasame
Mura
sitting
already.
there.
Sure, Taylor Swifting feels happy to have seen that, and we see Cecil, so at least we have one character that we're likely to definitely want to lean on at certain points in the seed.
Yeah, Cecil also great for the Forge pool. He's got
Oh yeah,
he's got
as you
he's got
definitely know.
he's got Caliburn, but three good hits other than the Caliburn. I guess two of those hits are shared for Kane, so he only adds one good hit. Tella, I love Tella. Tella is top 50% of characters in Free Enterprise.
I sure I
He is,
like Tella. He definitely has great uses that you can flex and leverage well. I think.
yeah, he is the sixth best character in the game.
Man, Edward loves giving out twin harps so far this tournament. It's kind of cool. I don't know if we'll see it, but we could end up being forced there to get our hook access. And an early glass hat, another excellent pickup. If somebody wanted to take that Edward, they've already got the best
Oh,
defensive thing they're gonna have for him. So
yeah, there is a Rosa. So what is this? Rosa
this
Sid.
this is not the party that these runners probably want long term, but it's what they're gonna have.
Yeah, this is. I think there was a curse ring in the 9. Martin's excited.
Hey, that enables a lot of things. It allows you to be significantly more flexible with who you make your anchor win. And especially with the hook route required, I feel like having that curse string in your pocket is just like fantastic. Allows you to feel a little more comfortable going in to those boss spots without the kind of worries you might have otherwise.
Yeah, you don't usually see somebody take the lead at the 4 minute mark, but if Taylor doesn't loot the 9, I would just say that Soap's in the lead.
Yeah, with that curse string, I mean that's the best thing we've seen so far that the runners can use. We did see that Mura, but no edge as we've seen, so that's just going to be a pile of cash at some point.
Yeah, and here is the second difference in opinion between our runners. Taylor elected to ditch Sid. Soap elected to ditch Edward. So Spoon could be a swinging point here.
Yeah, if we see an early Spoon show up, it could enable a lot of things. I mean, Edward not known for his survivability or reliability, really, but with a spoon in hand and a glass hat on your head, that's about as strong as he's probably going to get, really, in these flags. And I'd love to see somebody put it to work.
Oh, Taylor got rid of Yang. So we've
Oh,
got
okay.
so that is
Has
I do like
Taylor
the
launched
difference.
the hovercraft yet, or did they
Yeah,
come straight here?
Taylor's
Okay.
got Taylor launched the hovercraft before looting Watery.
Ah, okay, okay. Came back that
Oh,
direction. That makes sense.
and for anyone that can hear it, that's definitely Taylor doing turbo planking. Get through the menu as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah, try. Yeah, you see the
I think
cursor go
I think
flying
that's
up
the
and down.
first. I think that's the first time I've seen somebody doing the turbo plinking this tournament. It's very effective. Ooh, ditching. Okay, Sid Fratella. So there's quite a bit of difference between these two parties.
Yeah, as chat pointed out, Rex there sort of chiming in. Really, the three characters called out, Tella, Rosa, Cecil, probably all you really need to get through the seed once you get some sort of good stick for Cecil there. Yang and Kane or Edward and Kane, Sade and Kane, probably just gonna kind of hang out.
The trick to plinking. I wish I could explain plinking. It's you if you hold turbo, like if you have a turbo Y button mapped, you can just hold that turbo Y, and as you go up and down, you get the turbo blink. It's a little hard to
Yeah,
control.
otherwise
It's a little hard to
you
control
just
when you're doing the turboing. If you like, there's like if you frame perfect hit down and Y at the same time, you get 2 down inputs.
yep. That's the typical usage of it. I feel like it's just to get the one extra position of movement by the plink and the Y. But yeah, if you've got the turbo controller or just I don't know, incredibly fast fingers, you can plink further than that. Yeah, we see Ruby removed from Miss Cave. Nice boss to see at a low HP spot. Wow, and a light saber right away in Miss Cave. That'll be nice. First thing for Cecil before we're heading over to Evelyn to hopefully get his ultimate weaponry.
Oh yeah, good old government mandated holy sword. Brought to you
Ooh, and a
by
defense sword
Tequila.
as well.
Ooh, a defense
Yeah,
sword? I keep thinking, oh, good dart. Oh, good dart. There isn't an edge in this.
it is a good dart. You're not wrong.
I'm
But yeah,
not
we just
wrong, but
don't
it's
have a
not relevant.
darter.
Yeah.
Yes, and luckily, I mean, we do have a cane, so that is really kind of his best weapon
Oh,
outside of a white spear and levels. So,
Soap just recalled stone and it missed. These
oh,
are
that's sad because
because if it had hit, because it could have hit.
yeah, exactly. You can't always that spell pops up on bosses. It's not going to work a lot if you are trying recall strats, but yeah, it would have been really cool to see it hit there. But you're not center slot teller letting us down. What's the surprise there? Luca key.
Yeah, the Luke key. Interesting. Like, so as far as who's being taken along for the overworld, Cecil isn't in Taylor's party, which is a good. It's just
Cecil was on Ordeals,
yeah.
so
Oh, has Taylor not been
has
to
Taylor
Ordeals
not?
yet? I thought
I
Taylor went.
don't think so.
Maybe it was Soap that went to Ordeals already. Somebody went to Ordeals already. I
Yes,
guess it had to
I
have been
believe it
Soap.
was Soap with Cecil in the party. Yeah. Hey, we got a new dagger for this Asura. That's nice. Just one jump from Kane should just end the fight if chosen to do so.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say this is like 1,000 damage and it doesn't kill.
That would be disappointing, I think. But they've got some mute arrows back up. Oh, you were correct. 936. That's
Yeah,
sad.
I've done exactly that before. It's it's Kane.
Oh yeah, because we haven't done Antline yet, so there's no extra levels on Kane on Taylor Swifting side. So. And I don't know if they've swapped the gear around at all. I haven't really seen, other than the claws that Yang had, I didn't really see too much of interest being swapped or moved around on people.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything of interest either. Wow, that was an even worse mute knife jump for Soap.
Yeah.
I was about to say, oh, he's in the center slot, so the accuracy, but I guess he just doesn't have enough rolls for that accuracy to matter.
We've seen 2 strength rings already. That's pretty fantastic, really, for this party setup that we're probably going to be using. You know, having those, knowing that you have those, you don't need to kind of shop for them or even consider picking them up from a shop. It's going to be nice later on once damage is actually like big numbers out of people.
Oh yeah.
Sort of giving Soapbox Gamer a little bit of difficulty. Definitely that low roll from Kane, not helping out and got stuck in like a Cure 4 Lux. So just moving on from now, which is perfectly fine, right? You come back later when you can just one-shot Asura and be done with it. Not a required boss, and not going to give out any extra XP along the way, really. So
Yeah, though that initial 4K from the Hobbs fight itself is, I think, pretty important.
Yep.
This is
that's
if
fair,
Soap's
right?
going
You
up Ordeals
early
now,
levels
this is
could be useful.
gonna be a bit of a squeeze.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's picked up any J items that might help, or is just going to sort of lean on what he's got.
One of our running parties has a Gaio drum, I don't know who picked it up, but I did see the word Gaiadrum and thought, oh, that's useful.
There you go. Yeah, I like to keep tabs on them. Definitely, the early part of the seed up until the hook route. They can be
Oh,
really useful.
Taylor has ads on. Oh no.
This break brought to you by FF for All. We will catch up with Taylor shortly. I imagine we'll get to see at least the first boss of ordeals here on Soap side. Hopefully, it's not too difficult. We got a cat claw for Yang. We got to throw that on there at all, or no? Okay. Maybe Yang already has cat claws.
All we missed was the Dark Imps fight. Okay, that's great.
All right. Easy. We got Pale Dim, one of our favorite sparkles, as our first boss in ordeals. Not terrible, definitely doable with this party. It won't be super fast, but we've got punch, we've got jump, we've got dark, and we've got aim. Really, we've got all 4 commands to not trigger the slow counters if we really wanted to.
No, I did not. No, even if you are subscribed to a channel, when you're restreaming, if they're running ads, you just get hit with ad breaks. So being subscribed would not have helped me there.
Yeah, Twitch's ad strategy, you know.
It's a Twitch link thing. It's a third party idea, so I'm guessing it just can't properly pull that you're not supposed to get the ad.
Makes sense. We still got Gaia Drum burned on Soap side to help get through this Pale Dim, so not going to have that for another fight. And we see Magus Sisters in the waterfall, which is not a great spot.
Yeah, looks like Soap is missing out on that defense sword. And just does not have good damage right now.
Yeah, I don't remember where the defense sword was.
I don't either, but
Mist Cave. Yeah,
Mist Cave,
if Soap didn't
Soap
go all the way
hasn't
through
been
Mist Cave.
Soap hasn't been there yet.
Wonderful find anything juicy in the back of Waterfall. That the way the loot rolls, it's definitely turned up some very excellent items for people so far this tournament.
Yeah, there was an Excal that one seed that got like that kind of threw me off my rocker. Oh, this is great. Taylor loot in the back of the waterfall, gets an Avenger for his troubles.
Oh yes, that's a big deal. Kane now can really try to contribute pretty well to some of these fights coming up.
Kane is now a real character in the party, and now we've halved our need for wine, or I guess reduced it by 1/3 depending on how many Zerkers we take in the final party.
Yeah, which is a big deal. We've seen those prohibition seeds, as Wine likes to call them, where wine is not available, and when you are running a lot of Zerkers, that's a sad feeling, I feel like.
Yeah. They do.
Taylor's first look at Cecil soon.
Yeah, first look at Cecil with an Avenger in hand. I think we're getting rid of. I have no idea if we're getting rid of. I would wager Edward.
Yeah, I mean you gotta imagine, right?
Sid.
Yes.
Okay.
Pull the trigger on it.
Okay.
I love it.
That is. You know what? Actually, there is a reason to do it. Evil Wall is on our boss list. An Evil Wall if we pick up a ribbon, an Evil Wall in the Fey March becomes free.
Yeah. That's actually really heads up play that I forget about a lot because I'm not an Edward enjoyer. Generally, he does get tossed to the side very quickly.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm playing, so.
I think we're all Edward tossers here. We all know that Edward kind of sucks. It's just the truth.
Yeah, it's very difficult really to get him online the way you'd really prefer. Just his HP pool leaves so much to be desired, and his agility can be problematic sometimes, I feel like, so.
Yeah, he's just
And
fast.
certainly his ability to hide is a problem more than it's a benefit.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that key item.
Blizzard Spear.
Blizzard Spear, not a key item. Yeah, Taylor Swift had thrown out a bunch of money items when cleaning up his inventory. Not a huge sin, I would say, because he's already got the
Yeah,
Avenger in hand, and Evelyn's probably on the menu, so he's gonna get a bunch of money in his hands again. This is not where you should burn that lip bolt, by the way.
yeah, maybe hold on to that. Although at this point, having cleared most of the chill overworld bosses, I wouldn't feel sad to just get that fight over with one hit. But yeah, without an edge in the Seed 2, any ninja weaponry that you pick up or ninja exclusive gear like that ninja shirt, you can just sell at some point. I feel like unless you're trying to equip your characters, the consumables you're going to buy don't actually eat up too much of the money that you will generate by selling the stuff that you've picked up along the way.
Yeah, and items are kind of relatively cheaper in this flag set because of the price hike on weapons and armor.
Yep. Yeah, because you get that premium back when you sell them, right? The extra 40%
Yeah,
is factored into the vendor buy from you price. So you're getting that little bit of extra by dumping that stuff you don't need. So we've seen the one required boss so far, not just doling them out like some of the seeds we've seen this tournament. So that, could be nice, could be indicative of a seed that stretches to the moon and back, perhaps.
yep. And Soapbox making one of Martin's favorite plays of going immediately to the Castle Eblin after completing ordeals, looking for, well, a holy sword, an increase in power. It's just, you need it.
Yeah. Get that Cecil turned on as soon as you can. It's definitely a strategy that I feel like works out as much as it, possibly can most of the time, as long as Eblin hits. The only issue is that the trap chest could take a little bit of time, depending on the party setup. But we do have a powered up Tella at this point, so we do have access to, all the spells provided Tella survives to really make sure we can get through these fights with Blink and things like that.
Yeah, definitely want to give Tella the opportunity to hit that onslaught stone.
Yeah, oh yeah. All right, middle tower first. I'm a right tower first person. What about you, Scar?
I go middle. I go middle first.
Oh,
We're talking
okay.
about Eblin. I go middle first. It's the habit I got into practicing with vanilla monster box locations for OMG, because OMG you can just squeeze out enough power to do a box with your starting party sometimes because it was omnidextrous.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense then.
Yeah, we're one on the board for both runners now.
Yep, Odin hiding in that crystal room. Not a bad spot to see him, really. There's certain spots where you definitely don't want to see him. Everywhere else, he could be fairly chill, I feel like. That was not the damage you needed to do there, Cade. See the bluster counter.
Yeah, this is without an edge, without a proper black mage. And now I'm thinking about it. Depending on our ether supply, it might have been ideal to do, yeah, stone or charm. I was even just thinking of doing a fire 3.
Yeah,
Just
just
single,
use that
just like
Tela to clear the fight.
just
Yeah.
accept that it's going to be a little slower and do single target fire 3s on these 3.
Yeah, that's a smart plan. This fight in particular, a lot of nasty counters. You know, we got Charm coming out of Lamia and Bluster instant death coming out of those Black Cats. One down.
Ooh, Taylor got a Runex somewhere. That's going to be much cleaner for this Ebel. I'm assuming he's going to Ebel next. Why else would he be sitting doing a bunch of equipping?
Yeah, he's sitting outside the castle right now. Yeah, that Runex definitely a nice thing to have in your pocket early. Can make short work of these Mad Ogres. Yeah, I believe Taylor Swifting has done a little more thorough looting in the areas that he's been to than Soapbox. We kind of see that in the items, especially the weaponry that's available to the two sides. I believe Cecil has a fire sword on Soapbox Gamer's side as opposed to the lightsaber that and Runax that Taylor Swifting has as options. So Bahamut Orb Sadness.
That's 30 grand. That's money. That's money in your pocket.
It's fair. It's good money, yeah.
Yeah, Poison Axe on Kane. Doing this really, We don't see people taking Edward often enough. It's. I mean, actually, no. We see Edward. We see people taking Edward at the normal rate, which is almost never.
Right.
Which makes it special. It makes it an occasion when somebody breaks out the Bard. Ooh, a single hourglass. Okay, this is a decent use for that hourglass.
Yeah, should make this fight. At least you won't wipe to this fight, which you certainly can, because that Sailman is really rude, and we don't have a good source of AOE to clear those skeletons. So,
no, you fire.
I mean, I guess once Tella's turn, comes around, we do. But will they use it? I feel like a lot of times Tella gets picked up, and
Yeah, Tella's an anchor, a blink bot. You occasionally try to hit that off-slot stone.
He's slow, but it's still one action to clear multiple enemies can still be, time efficient.
It hurts me every time I see somebody. He's going for the fire 2s. Oh, wait, fire 3? Fire 3? No. It hurts me to see a life glitch on a Staleman. They are just not valuable. They're not worth it. Pro tip for the crowd: do not life glitch Staleman. They are not worth your time. Just kill the rest of that encounter and go. A Masamune for Soap's trouble. Rude.
Yeah, it's certainly rude. I mean, a good chunk of cash at some point, but definitely not the weapon they were looking for.
Yeah, definitely the wine fund, but not much else. Boxes of wine, Martin? I guess it is.
Is that what Bacchus comes in? I mean, it is Bacchus.
Yeah, Bacchus. I suppose it's some classy box wine.
I love it.
Yeah, arty arrows from the Staleman skull. This is kind of a zonker Eblin. It's not great.
Nope. Do the Mad Ogres have the goods? I guess we'll find out. And if not, then what? What do you do as a runner? Do you loot down the hook route? Do you loot upper Babel? I feel like
100%. Both of those. You
all right.
You with this party, you open monster boxes until you get a Cecil stick because you have an Avenger, you have free Zerk. You have an Avenger and 2 Zerk casters.
Yeah, really. What better situation? You get that Cecil, his big hitter, and just start taking down spots, right?
Now this is a situation where you're kind of stuck in what is a slow clear of Eblin, and you still need to clear your.
Yeah, we haven't seen the hook yet, right?
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Read my mind. Appreciate that.
Nope. Yeah, and we sub Baron In and Twin Harp on the table.
Baron In and Twin Harp and Fabul. Oh, there's the Crystal Sword.
And there we go. Mad Ogre's holding out. Nice. I'm sure both runners will be happy
Taylor Swifting
to not
pressing the correct button He's gone. He's taking his crystal sword. I'm hoping he gets in his airship and goes. Come on.
Oh yeah, time to just go to Baron Inn. I imagine, unless you really just want to push Twin Harp right now, which I don't know if I would do.
It's a meta play. Like it isn't. It is in this flag set. Twin Harp is a good idea when it is a bad idea. You get what I mean?
I'm not sure I do.
So, if this example, right? You have Baron Inn and Twin Harp left. There is kind of the preferred choice of the average runner is to go directly to Baron Inn as Taylor Swifting is doing. You know this, so you pull the trigger. So you go for it because you know your opponent won't.
That's fair. I feel like in this situation, that is one heck of a gamble just due to the time difference on these two checks, though.
Yes,
like, Baron Inn
absolutely
usually
is.
so fast, although
And here's our gauntlet.
that's not a fast fight. And we have no real AoE until it's Tella's turn. Although
We
a kick
have
from
Thor
Yang
Rages.
might... Ah, yes, the lovely Thor Rages from
Thor
our
Rage
starting
is very
kit.
helpful. Yeah. Oh, Freedom Kit. I think the Freedom Kit's the best kit in Free Enterprise. Also, we have an Avenger, so...
Yeah, we have an Avenger Cade who
Taylor
is fast
can just,
enough, it looks like, to just
Taylor
put
can
these
just
enemies down.
put some weight on his up button so he can mash through the XP boxes and he'll get a drink.
Yeah, just have a nice little seafood dinner there at the end while they wait to see who the next enemy is. See Soapbox on. Those ogres gonna get his crystal sword soon. Then I'm sure both runners will feel much better about their party setups and moving forward throughout the seed. This is one of those parties that didn't present a lot of early game power for both runners, so they had to sort of mire through those checks, and they'll feel a lot better now with some power under their belt. Love that mallet drop from the gauntlet. I love seeing the random drops from enemies in situations where you very rarely see them.
In situations where you never want them. There is
Also true.
There is one gauntlet. There's like two gauntlets where there's one gauntlet where you want items to drop. And it's the one gauntlet you just don't want to find. You don't want to face it. I'm thinking
Masa altar.
Masa alt gauntlet has like 3 or 4 good drops. Right, you can get Star Veils from
Yeah,
the Eagle
you don't
Masks. You
want
can get
that fight.
an Avenger from the Behemoth.
Oh,
Yeah, but
are
that's
we
the
about
very
to
rare.
see Harp?
Oh, hey, it's a good idea when it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if you know for sure your opponent isn't going to do this first, and want to sort of like play that gamble, this is the play. So interesting. Or maybe just shopping.
Maybe just clean up your inventory a little bit. You just cleared Abla and you're kind of cabins.
Yeah, your inventory. The inventory boss, an additional boss not on the required list or one of the 20, but one that shows up in these seeds very, very often.
Yeah, that is in part because we have T min tier 2, which means that every box will have an item in it. There are no money
you're not getting
bonuses.
cash out of any of this. You've got to do the work to turn it into money yourself.
Oh, a sparkle here. Oh, it's just plague. This is fine.
Yeah, plague with an already zerked Kane and not going to be long for this world.
Yep. I understand why Taylor is taking extra actions here. He did not need to. He could have just waited. I guess the Crystal Sword was more damage than an Avenger swing. And there's the hook, so this is this isn't going to be this can't be direct progress for Soap. There can still be something nice and worth getting here,
Oh yeah,
like
we could see a
the
pan with a tower key that is where the darkness or pass
yeah
is
the pan
lying,
with the
right?
tower key. We can see the blue key. We can see the Earth Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, Earth Crystal wouldn't be sad. Well, it's not your underground access. Getting access to the treasury could be nice,
Yeah.
for other party members or even just supplemental stuff. Have to get everybody as powered up as they can before you move on.
Ooh,
And 2 boss checks.
Taylor's once again doing something out of the ordinary, and I'm liking it. He's doing some more shopping. I don't know what he's looking for, but
Yeah, I
people
don't
don't
know.
shop enough. People go down the hook route with no cure threes. I was like, I'll be fine, and then it isn't fine.
You're pro capitalism? I would have never
No, I'm
expected that.
pro commerce,
Okay,
right?
that's fair.
I
That is
like
a notable difference.
Money is a useful idea, but money should not be. Money is good because it can be turned into things which are not money, right? A capitalist would want
There
money
you
because
go.
it's money. I
There you
want
go.
things. I'm a materialist.
That's fair. I feel like I don't shop very much in these seats either, but I know that is where I personally, like kind of make up time, or at least feel like I do. So I try to keep my shopping down to just like the underground shops, for some pretty specific things. But we have seen runners pick up very useful things along the way in different areas. So
Yeah, this isn't the greatest hook shop, but we've got money, so we can buy whatever we want.
all right, we can buy as many of those coffins as we feel like sitting
Yeah,
on. We
coffins
do
are
have some
nice.
fights left to use them.
Yeah, and they're just good for getting like if you do sirened eggs, they're just good for getting that off the ground.
Yeah, and for handling your anchor in one action, if you're at a point where they got a little more HP than you want, or people aren't kitted out to sort of swing and down them.
All right, Taylor Swifting bought carrots.
Pro
We
move.
appreciate that pro move. The best player in the game will always buy carrots. This is known.
Give music and a required boss. So
Yeah, there's an objective boss. So this is actually forward progress for Soap.
yeah, that's really nice.
Greedily opening boxes and getting rewarded.
Wow,
That
yeah.
was a
I
good
mean,
three
three.
boxes. Defense sword for
It's a good 3 set.
yeah, defense sword for money. Ninja hat for agility. Oh, we've got a sparkle there. We know it's not pale dim. We know it's not plague. We know it will.
Ooh, do we have an
It
Ogo
it
Pogo hook
cannot be
route?
wyvern.
Oh, this could be excellent. I mean, that's kind
Yeah,
of what
I mean we
what
have
some
a.
people were looking for.
I mean we're hyping it up. We have a crystal sword. It's a defense sword from. Okay, so this is interesting. This is It is no longer clear who's in the lead because Taylor's going to be the first person underground. But until we start seeing bosses underground, Soapbox has more go progress.
Yeah, that one could be a big difference if it turns out the final bosses you otherwise need are on the moon or gated behind something that the runners don't have access to right away. We've definitely seen one boss come into play on these flags a few times. I love it. And that little bit of extra XP that Soapbox is going to be getting on every fight going forward, really, because he's got one more, and that other 10% to the goal.
Ooh, I wonder. You see, Taylor's taking extra boxes here. Like he's doing equipment sitting in front of a box on the hook route. I wonder what he wants out of this. It could just be XP.
Does Rosa have Blink yet?
She does. She has
She
Blink
does.
and
Okay.
Burst. It could just be
I
that
mean,
we're
maybe just
chasing
wanting
it's
HP.
yeah, just one HP. Chase that feeling of safety. Especially because, well, it's a Sparkle. It could be Ogopogo. Extra HP on
Yeah.
Ogopogo means you don't get put into a percentage, one of the percentile range.
Yeah, just making sure that you've got a better setup to get through a difficult boss, since you know it might be him. Yeah. I mean, D-Lunars wouldn't be bad, but we
D-Lunars
know
would
it's
be
not
literally
Wyvern.
free.
Yeah.
You queue up a fire. It'd be strange. What I would want to do, which was maybe not optimal, is like queue up get a Fire 3 off from Tella and then Zerkub Cecil. But that's
Yeah, that
just
would be
being
smart,
cheeky.
right?
It's getting
'Cause he's
fancy
gonna
with
hit
it.
for close to max
Yeah.
damage, right, on them.
Moonveil's a
He's
nice
got a
pickup.
strength ring as well. Yeah. A little more useful in these flags than normal, I think, because of that lava shell at the end. If
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
them by that point, getting a blink and a wall up on somebody could be the difference.
That Dwarf Axe is also a really nice just thing to have. Like
Yeah.
having Kane backroad is it's not always a big deal, but when it is a big deal, it's a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't get it back road, you're usually sad and have some struggle somewhere and some unoptimal, party ordering that you can avoid having access to that Dorfax. And then you can get your, bows and arrows even on Cecil's account without too much concern. Well, this fight is free.
Yep.
Ouch. Now I do hope it is Ogo, so it's not just like a practically free hook route, but I'm sure the runners wouldn't be sad to see two D-Lunars there instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Smartly taking off the Avenger in case it is D-Lunars, and to probably just switch it over to Cecil either way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the D-Lunars. And yeah, just immediate, Oh, can't find it.
Where did it go? Yeah.
Oh, no, he was looking for something else. He knows they don't have, he knows they have more than 10k here. They each have, I think they should have about 12, like 12 set, 12 8? Wait, no, it's 20, 25 2. Half of that is 12 6. So they got 12,000, just under 13,000 HP here.
It's a smart play. Yeah, doing some damage with these supplemental things before we're going to switch over probably to Crystal Avenger Cecil. Are we just we're gonna get froggies? I like the frog strat, and it looks
Yeah,
like we are, which is
frogs are
definitely,
fun. It's
safe.
Yeah, it's the safe strat. It's the slow strat. You're not sure that you're gonna like. I don't think he did 3,000 here, and he doesn't want to get hit with those viruses. Those viruses hurt.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, getting into the virus counter setup could quickly unravel the fight, right?
And there it is. It's free.
Ribbit, ribbit. Yeah, and we have a lot of damage available out of these three standing party members to deal with it. Oh, I guess Edward is standing. He's just standing somewhere off screen, so. The frog sprites are so cute.
Yeah, cute little guys. So it looks like Taylor's going to be the first one underground here with what would be a Falcon percent time of about 42 minutes.
Yeah, not bad considering what we had on the overworld to deal with, and sort of the time you've got to spend in Evelyn to get online in these flags. We do see a boss peak free King Queen Evelyn at the top of the tower. Now that's interesting because I would be inclined to just go straight up the tower and get that done with.
Oh my god, I am dropping a billion frames. What the hell?
Be okay. It looks like Soap finally done with that Baron Ink, gonna head on over
Okay, looks like
and approach their hooker out now.
Yep.
So what say you, King Queen Evelyn at the top of tower? Do you just knock it out, or do you move on as normal and go to Dwarf for Fey March first?
It's a long walk. It's definitely in the back of my mind, but it's not an objective, right? So you don't need to. Ooh, wine.
Oh, wine! First shop underground. That's fantastic. Gotta love to see that. Knowing you've gotten your Zerk enabling online early, you don't have to worry about it. And you had enough money to buy plenty so that you can kind of just use them as often as you need. I would grab a tiara, but that's just me. I guess
I
it's
wouldn't
not
have.
needed on
Yeah,
Rosa
it's not
as much
necessary.
as
If there was a Iridia in the party being,
yeah.
actively Bahammoting, then yeah, you grab the tiara, but there's no harm in denying Rosa that 10 wisdom because I think for Taylor specifically, she's already got a glass hat on, or there is a glass hat floating around. There's a glass hat in somebody's inventory. Somebody's got a glass hat.
Yeah, she's pretty defensible. Taylor heading to the Fey March first. We see. Yeah, I don't know what percentage of the tournament runners go here over Dwarf. Uh, some people like to get the shops and the peaks out of the way early. I tend to lean towards Dwarf first just because of bosses, But
yeah, there's a freebie. I like the freebie. Rat tail. It's a good
freebies are
freebie.
good.
The tail of a rat proves your courage and all that.
Oh yeah, and there's our sirens. So outside of hourglasses, really, we've seen the good stuff.
Lion and a Sparkle, which
Oh.
we know, which is either Evil Wall or not. Sorry, Evil. I was looking at the boss list. It's either Wyvern or Ogopogo, and we don't care for either of those. Bigan at the King spot.
No.
Glad to see that we don't have to fight that, right?
Yeah, that is
Robe.
one of the worst spots to fight him.
If we didn't have his Crystal Sword, the Heroin Robe would have been a good pickup, but he's got a Crystal Sword. You don't need it.
Yeah, you are really set on stuff. Really, just lean on that Cecil, and you're gonna probably do just fine.
Ooh, we're doing an egg early, with only a 20% bonus. There is merit to this play. I wouldn't do this, but there is merit to this play. Just more HP is good HP.
Yeah, I mean, especially if the goal is to try to use that Edward ever.
Yeah. Objectives are in the pinned comment. Apex Corvid.
Yeah, we've got Golbez, Gauntlet, which we've seen, Dark Knight, Evil Wall, Octomam, which we've seen, the Guards, and Odin, which we've seen. But neither runner, Soapbox is the only one that's seen all three bosses because of that twin arm.
Yep. Oh, it looks like. And here's Soap doing what I would have done, which is just go for it with the Crystal Sword.
Just give it a shot, right?
Just give it a shot.
I mean, once Cecil starts swinging, it's like as long as Cecil's standing, right, you'll get through because he does that much damage with it.
Yeah. And it looks like it's safely into the solo script, so we're good.
Yeah.
Looks like Taylor's going for probably the whole stack that he just bought.
Interesting. I mean, just power up a little now. Maybe you won't have
Yeah.
to take a grind later on. Could also just be a comfort thing, knowing that you do have some potentially mean bosses on the
Why
route.
is Eddie getting XP? Eddie's getting XP because we've got a little bit of copium going on for the spoon. We have Evil Wall on our boss list, so Edward being
Yeah,
able to
I
hide
think
against that
that
Evil Wall
and
is a good
DKC
idea.
both.
And DKC. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yep.
right. Just keeping that option open. Yeah, I think it's a smart play.
And
Yeah,
it doesn't come up because it's frankly not relevant. It's a flag I added to the flag set because it's a flag I like. We do have the tweak Edward heal on, so you can have Edward split a cure 3 across the party if you need to, which isn't as like it doesn't sound great, but when you want 400 HP on everyone, it's very nice.
yeah. I mean, you can't be sad about some extra healing. I feel like in a lot of cases,
Yeah. There are there
and
are
really,
some there are some of the Zeroma scripts where that level of healing is sustenance.
right, is all you really need to make it through, right?
Yeah. And of course we have the spoon flag on, so if you pick up a spoon, you can swing a 255 power weapon with a character with terrible stats.
Yeah, we could stumble across an arty bow at some point, and we've arty arrows seem to show up in these seeds very often, so you could still zerk him at Z even without the spoon and get a decent amount of damage out of him.
Yeah. Oh, here's free boss Bahamut at Dwarf 1. I don't with how many sirens Taylor did, I don't think he's gonna feel burned for having done them. Seeing this and seeing that the dwarf clear is easy,
Yeah.
and we've got
Yeah, I
one.
mean, we're with those levels, honestly, like what
Actually,
the
with
rest
these
of the seed is
levels,
going to give Taylor, you don't need to do another grind.
yeah, with these levels, actually, yeah, no, I was thinking about mages mostly for your big grinds, but just know that your sirens are going to be enough right here, right now, and the best grind is the
Yeah.
grind you find. Okay. Okay, now that we've seen the fruit of it and we've seen a little more context, I'm liking this play more. I wouldn't have done it myself, but I'm seeing what Taylor's getting out of it. And I'm seeing how it's going to propel him forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure, like, I feel like, especially with like Evil Wall potentially being somewhere grossed, and we know Evil Wall likes to cheat, and DKC really like get that HP in early. That way you don't have to worry about potentially bouncing off a boss. That extra confidence could just make it that much easier to play out the seed. Yeah, so zooming.
Yeah,
Now Underground already checked Fey March over to Dwarf. Now ultimately just Dwarf and a little bit of shopping and those levels behind Taylor Swift.
yeah. Up a
But
boss. The
up
important
that
thing,
boss,
yeah,
yeah, could be a big deal. Especially since we have yet to see another required boss
Oh,
underground. But ooh,
and that's our darkness crystal.
all right. Well, if any seed screams, probably just go check out the moon. I feel,
Yeah,
especially for Taylor, having already gotten all those levels, like just go to the moon now.
yeah. This is coming up, Taylor. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, that's now that Golbez that does make that or not Golbez that Octomam at the Twin Harp spot that much more interesting for Soap though. Because having already gotten it down, if they both go moon, having that one boss already could make a big difference. I didn't realize we faded Fabul here on
All
Taylor's
right.
side. We may have faded it on both.
Yeah. I think we did. I just didn't notice.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Snuck one by us.
Oh, it's just an antlion, that's why.
Yeah, far from his home on the moon.
Yeah, that's quick one action antlion. Yeah, 14 bosses collected. 14 of our 20.
Not a bad number, really. You know where a free boss is at the top of tower if you end up getting into some weird situation.
Oh, there's the Earth
oh,
Crystal.
they both faded that
They
pre-hook.
both faded that pre-hook.
That is bonkers.
Yeah. Usually you only see one person do that, but it's...
Wow. So this, so for Taylor, if Taylor decides to chase Zot, they've got the Twin Harp right there as well. Could even up that boss count very quickly here. You know, if they decide to do Twin Harp into Zot.
I don't...
But looks like just Zot.
Yeah, Twin Harp's kind of the now or never thing. Like,
do it when you get it or never at all.
Yeah, do it on the overworld because we got it from the vanilla location. That's and you're doing that early. You're checking Bedward early usually.
That's true. And we know it can't be the Luca key to chain anything. It could still be the Pan or the Tower key. But we've got Darkness, so we kind of know. Like best case, it's gonna be like the pass for Taylor.
Taylor knows. Like from the key items Taylor has, if he is
knows that Twin Harp has nothing that valuable, right?
Well, he only has 2 bosses gated, or I guess he has 3. There's only 2 bosses he doesn't have access to, and that's the Tower Key and the package.
Baron Key as well.
Oh, Baron Key. So that's 4 unseen bosses. I forgot the blue key. How could I forget the blue key? Actually, very easily.
Right, it is. You know, don't get it early. It's probably hiding at Luca like it does. All right, now what's Soap do with this Darkness Crystal?
Okay, I'm guessing Soap goes with the moon.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Soap's going to top a tower. It's free.
Okay. Yeah, getting out. So, you know how many bosses you're looking for. In this case, on Soap's side, it's 2 required bosses. So, it does, in my mind, make sense to clear out some quick free bosses on the overworld or planet before you go moon, so that you just have to fight less moon bosses.
Yeah.
I like seeing the different strategies come out in this seed. You know, sometimes these seeds do end up kind of in a straight line. But that early darkness with so much still kind of pending and a different boss count situation for both runners is making this, pretty interesting watch.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine both runners. I mean, Taylor hasn't been around for very long, but he's also been grinding, so he probably knows as well as Soap does that you have to do something different from your opponent. Love that voided out.
Yes. Piggies. Yeah, we got the Ghost Hand and Dwarf. We get this Void Pig here.
Void Pig is evil, wasn't it? Or is it in the next room? Or are they different?
I think that's right
so
in
it's
here,
from the
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think that was a product of the Demus.
Yeah. It's interesting that it looks at a different part of the palette in that room versus the other.
Yeah. I love that little aspect of putting the piggies there.
Mylon and Friends, not we wanted to see.
Nope, no required bosses, it's not. Could see something like the Baron Key come out of here, so maybe we will get to see, you know, a chain into some potentially required bosses, but right now not looking like the Zot play gonna be too terribly rewarding. It is 2 more planet-side bosses, towards the 20. So that is something to take into consideration. I'm sure they won't mind having that higher count once they get to the moon.
And that's Baron Key from top of tower, so our blue key cannot be from this or Tower Zot.
Sadness. Yeah, wow. The key item change certainly interesting in this. The runners have the the longer they put off darkness, the more options they're getting, which isn't probably what they want, but it might, lead to the pass and some quick bosses. So,
Yeah, I think Taylor isn't going to receive the Baron Key here, so I imagine there's the pass.
oh, okay, that's a big deal. That's probably best case scenario for Taylor there, pulling the pass from that,
It depends on
even
where
if
we
you have
end
to
the
go to the
seed.
moon.
Because if we end
Yeah,
the
that's
seed at
true.
the, I mean, I suppose ending the
Lava
seed at
shell.
the it's always safer to go to do the pass because it's a quicker run back if you wipe.
Although I do agree with Dubbard's point in chat. Now that you've got the pass, even though darkness is available, you do have that top of tower. You could try to clear and the twin harp for Taylor. While you know it's not going to be, moon access in any way, getting your bosses done on Earth would be more efficient. I don't think we saw either runner turn in the rat tail yet. Coming
Yeah.
back up, Soap hasn't come back up yet, but
And I do think that from Taylor's position with the darkness in hand, ignoring Sheila 1 and ignoring the rat tail is a pretty solid idea. Right? They don't there's no boss to get from them, and they can't gate more than a couple of bosses.
yeah,
Like
like
getting
you
the Earth
you are
Crystal
at
from the
that
Zot, you're
cusp. Yep.
Earth Crystal from sorry.
Right. Yeah, you're nearing that cusp of being perfectly fine, just face checking what you do have. Right. So rushing to the moon and just seeing what's here could be the play.
And we're seeing
Soap gonna give us it.
the opposite philosophy from Soap, which I think is conducive to a racing environment. Good. It means there's it means the races aren't just straight line races.
Yeah. Yeah, because at that point it's less about like overall just execution, right? Like comparison, because you've got a lot of differences, so more chances to potentially make up or lose time.
Did you catch Taylor's boss count most recently?
No, 14,
Okay.
15, somewhere in
So
that
he
range. I feel
knows that
like.
that's Mylon C at Bahamut, and while it sounds like it punches hard, you have a crystal sword.
Yeah, that's actually a fairly free fight. He's not. Spot's not terribly fast. So if you go in anchored and have Cecil just start swinging, it's only going to be a few rounds. Okay, Delbert chiming in. A few more bosses on Taylor's side, 16, 17. So more reasonable to just skip.
Skip things until you know. Oh, skipping the Mer altar even.
Now that's a play. I mean, we do need more than one boss.
He's got the
So
and he's got the pass in hand, right?
yep,
So he's probably gonna do an exit out of the moon at the end of this, anyways.
yeah, that makes sense, right? Then
Oh,
go
and he
deep.
does need more specific bosses.
Yes. So hoping to find them all clustered down here at the bottom, which could very well happen.
Yeah.
A bunch of them. And we do see the play. It looks like Bear and Key Chase out of Soap. Makes sense. I think in Soap's
Yeah.
case, you could probably feel pretty confident that your opponent didn't do top of tower. At least not unless they got funneled there from something else. So follow your chains. Could pay off too, especially with that one extra boss already taken care of. If Baron hits here, Soap is in a commanding position.
Yeah. Baron could also just hit 2 here, put Soap in go mode, and end the race.
Yeah. Exciting.
It's kind of like the time of the seed where you start to get nervous about your opponent's finishing. Like, oh,
Yo, yeah.
because we've seen. Oh, here's the guards.
All right, that's one.
That's one.
And super easy to take care of with these coffins.
Oh yeah. Soap forgot. I think Soap has forgotten that he faded Fagul, so he's not gonna get the pass. Oh, but he's not leaving anything behind here, unless there's combination tower key and package gating what's remaining.
Right. And we know that the Earth Crystal didn't have any required bosses, so not going to punish in that fashion, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
evil wall at the throne.
That is. Oh, that's
So,
two
I mean,
bosses that Taylor has effectively skipped that Soapbox hasn't. Elements, not who you want to see there. Yeah. I mean, it's a very free and
yeah.
easy fight, but it's not an objective. So at this rate, Taylor's looking for both DKC and Golbez.
Yep.
And if they're both just up here, that's fine. Golbez at the Masa altar with the Ybez flag is very free.
Yeah. No.
That's
All right.
orbs.
Two more spots here. 2 on the moon.
Yeah, two more moon
Or
bosses
2 on
to
the
check.
giant, I mean.
2 on the giant. But Taylor's on the clock. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that Baron Key hitting and Twin Harp for Soap. Yeah, it's just narrowing Taylor's path, road to victory.
Taylor can still very much have this if both bosses are at the 2 spots he's checking. He does the clear and apparent option would be do the 2 of those.
So Soap didn't check the basement of Baron, and is instead headed up to Hobbs, to clear out the Asura that they know was here from earlier.
Oh yeah, needing the count. And
So,
Taylor
and we
has
see the Crystal Sword, not it.
Yeah, so this is stretching it thin for Taylor.
Yeah, gonna have to go giant or come back to Earth and go to at this point probably Twin Harp or Luca. I imagine maybe Luca would be first to peak at those situations since he can reset.
Yeah. I think. I mean, it's maybe not the best form to say what I would do, but what I'm predicting would happen is that he goes to the Mura altar, and then he goes to the giant, because
I feel like if you're leading Moon, right?
Yeah. There's like there isn't a lot of information you get about what your opponent's doing, but the one thing you get, there's the spoon that Taylor's been probably wanting this whole time. That's that cleans things up a little bit for his Aromas fight.
For sure, got some actual damage output out of this Edward now.
Yeah, that Edward's probably gonna do 10, like that, in a position to maybe do upwards of 10,000 before the first big bang. It's not bad.
Yeah. And I mean, if we end up taking down a giant boss, may actually have the HP to survive a big bang. So Soap heading to the moon without checking Baron Basement, which could be something that matters if that ended up being that last boss. Uh, but we know that if Soap just heads to the Crystal Sword altar, they will have
The
gotten that
White
last
Spear
boss.
Altar, which is kind of
White
just
Spear,
the
yes.
easiest pickings.
Yeah. The baby moon boss, I feel like.
Pretty much, it's the lowest HP spot. Here's the Dark Knight. This is
How many times have we seen Dark Knight at Mura? I feel like a lot.
yeah. Oh, and he's through. Okay,
Wow. All right.
this is good for Taylor, but it's like, where are we going from here?
Yeah.
Right?
Now, where does Taylor go for
Like
his last boss?
there is this huge there is a justification for the Twin Harp here. Right? This is 19th. Needs one more. He has the pass.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And Twin Harp's proximity to where the pass turning is would make it right the play.
Yep.
You know.
I'm not sure if Taylor's thinking that.
I don't know
I'm
if I
not sure
would
how
either in
Taylor's
Taylor's
feeling at this point,
situation.
right? Because
Yeah.
this is a point in the seed. He is going back to the blue planet directly, so we're not getting the giant I was wanting to see.
Yep. Giant 1 and 2, forever unknown. Maybe. Because we've got, yeah, Twin Harp, Luca Key, Tower Key, even, I feel like, for Taylor. Did get Tower Key on the moon, so maybe gonna head that way. I don't know. A lot of options, really. And we
Yeah.
know where the payoff is, or at least a payoff. So, very interesting to see.
Well, we know where two of the three unseen bosses are, or
Yeah.
two of Taylor's three unseen bosses are. Soap also not caring for a Mylon variant. He hasn't seen the Mylon and Friends, so he has no idea that it's actually Mylon Z and would have been free.
Right.
I
Yeah,
also don't
probably.
think
I
he
mean, I
needs it.
imagine just hunting, right?
Taylor is spying the half tower here, which is I like this too. This is a good idea.
Yeah. I think that this is a quick enough run. It's actually faster than a Luca reset, really, at
It's
this point. 'Cause you
faster.
don't need to go to the top. You know you don't, so.
Yeah, it is. It's probably faster than Luke reset. I need to time that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, right? When we come down to all
It
these
sounds
ones.
like it should be like a half tower should be faster than Luca. And there's a matter of access. That is Mom Bomb. We don't want that.
Ugh. That's one of the
Oh,
worst
and
attacks.
he didn't save or forgot whether or not he saved. This is go mode for Soap.
Yeah, see if Soap gets through this DKC fight. When Soap gets through this DKC fight, I imagine. Yeah, it'll all be over for the requirements. You'll get Crystal and be able to grind up as wanted.
Like tier 3 doesn't go. Oh, it does go off. Interesting.
Oh, yep. That means should be through.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's going to be Crystal in hand for Soapbox Gamer.
Yep, and I don't know if we have hourglasses and sirens, but you're standing on a perfectly good grind spot if you don't want to move.
Sirens, but not. Oh, sirens and hourglasses. Yep. So this is a good grind. You throw the siren, and his party's set up for it. You throw the hourglass. Oh, he's at 18 bosses. He needs to go kill two more things.
Ah, okay. So that, yeah, I mean, that could matter. At some point, though, it does look like Taylor's heading up to the top of tower, which, making sure that the Baron key and package, perhaps. Oh,
Oh,
or
he
forgot
forgot who
what
was
was
there.
there.
Okay. He did
Especially,
save at
you
the
don't want to
bottom.
leave. You don't want to
And
leave
that's
a
the
forgotten boss.
consideration he was making. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sort of, if they'd taken the Baron Key would have led to a boss at some point, but I'm
Yeah.
sure just hoping to find Golbez at this point, or one of the others, but we know where those are. Very interesting key item spreads and where things ended up being this seed as well.
Worst case scenario is that it's packaged right here. Because I think Taylor might be tempted to check that.
Yeah.
A Stardust Rod that we're
Yeah.
potentially resetting out of.
Yeah, sad. I mean, it's only gonna go on Tella, and that's only so useful. Yeah, lots of back and forth. Very fun to sort of see.
Oh,
All right,
another
some
commercial break. We're
suspense in
being
Luca.
held in suspense.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Dub, are
It's
you getting an
not
ad?
the place to
Do you
do
have it
it.
pulled up? Do I get...
We've got a key item and a boss. Key item won't matter. Outside of, I mean, package, right? Package could matter. Forge probably won't be turned in at this point, even if. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Perfect timing. We only missed the walk up.
Oh, it's just a piece of wine, which is perfect. We just get a reset out once we're sure this isn't it. Or it's Golbez and we're... If this is Golbez, we're in, like, neck and neck crunch. Because it's Leviathan. No, why are you fighting this? Thank you.
Right, get out of there. You don't need it. I think we're out of coffins on Soapbox's side, but we do have some new bells, which will also render these guards pretty ineffective.
Yeah, he did still have hourglasses here. Like, he
Oh,
has
that's
more
true. Another option now
hourglasses
you can just chuck
than
out.
he needs sirens. And here's the red
Right, so
pink
you can
combo
feel
getting turned
comfortable
in.
zone.
Rat we know is a Zonk from Soapbox's adventures, so really it's the pink tail. It's a Dragoon Spear, so...
Another zonk, really.
Yeah,
Package somewhere
I
on the
think
moon.
Package somewhere on the moon. That actually means it's harp time. Oh no, he's going to go collect key items. Oh.
Well, the Baron
That's
Key from the
unfortunate.
top we know is
The Baron Key from the
payoff.
top, yeah. And Baron Key gates more bosses, so if he does both here.
Yep.
I just don't think it's just not as... It unfortunately won't be enough. I think this is...
Yeah, not likely based on Soap.
is
I don't know
Soap in
if
the
Soap took
driver's
another
seat.
boss on the way up here, but this will be at the very least 19.
Yeah, this is 19 for Soap. Of what remains, I imagine Crystal Sword Altar is his best bet, or he might just sit through, like, just tough out whatever was in the Crystal... Oh, it's elements in the,
Yeah, you
ribbon
can just
room.
get through elements if you want to.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah, skipping Crystal Sword when I'm looking for bosses his burn, but in this situation, just looking for the two left, it makes a little more sense, I feel like, to skip. Yeah, elements gonna try to put up a little bit of difficulty here, but with the power we have, I still don't think it's gonna take very long. And Taylor is gonna get this Baron key here, so deciding to chase that potentially. I don't know. Maybe gonna take out the tower key boss while we're here as well, just to sort of make sure. Because if it's packaged, I guess. But Baron opening up the most boss spots available for Taylor, so probably happiest to see that, having had to come back to get it. You know.
Yeah, this puts it close again.
Yeah.
This is, I think it is safe to say now that this race is in the hands of Zeromus.
Yes, yeah, very, very well
Like
put.
if
With the
if
lava shell flag and the potential things the Romans could do to stymie these runners, it's still anybody's game.
yeah, Soap has a lot of levels. He has pretty close to Z ready levels, and he has the setup for a good grind. It's a matter of who pulls the trigger when. Like if Soap doesn't do a grind right now, he will be fine. There's the package and the legend sword from the ribbon room.
Wow, that the bottom of the moon having all the rest of this stuff there that wasn't available planet side. All right, so
He
it's
is going back to
Soap going to
grind.
grind, yeah. And Taylor's two bosses away. Already did his grind much earlier, so has plenty of
Yeah,
levels at this point and a pass. So this
and
is
the
very,
pass.
very close.
Yeah, it depends. So my gut feeling is that this is probably still Soap because he doesn't need a lot
Yeah,
of a
I mean, you're
grind.
right here, right? You don't need any more bosses, which Taylor still does need to take down these two bosses. And yeah, depending on how many eggs or how many sirens Soap decides to pop here, really, I think is what could make
Yeah,
the difference, really.
and I think like he he's probably going to be in a safe position with just the one, right? With an
Yeah,
extra, yeah,
306,000
300,000
XP, right?
XP gets Rosa up to life 2, which is a very comfortable number.
Yeah, I'd be fine going with that with the power that we have available to us. I think once she's got life two, unless you're looking for white, which can be good, or just those extra HP numbers for safety. We have seen
Yeah,
Z punch really, really hard,
yeah.
as well as throw out some spells and just tricky situations you have to adjust to on the fly. That I feel like runners are still sort of learning how to tackle, because the lava shell flag is fairly new.
But the longer Soap takes to grind is
Yeah,
like every second of grinding is like you're really having to bank that that the Z is needing the grind.
yep. All right, Taylor, knowing at this moment, uh, 10 minutes in the past, I guess, that he has go mode. I'm sure feels
Go
good
mode.
finally about coming back and getting that Baron key. Go mode and pass.
It looks like Taylor's gonna, or it looks like Night. So, jeez. Soapbox Gamer, the runner on the left, wonderful runner. You should follow our runners.
You should clearly. I mean, both putting on a great show tonight.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of divergence, and which is fantastic to see. Really, I feel like for the viewer side, for sure, to see sort of all the things the seed offers and different approaches to different things. This is going to be so close. Soap is approaching Zaroma. Is going to be there very shortly, but so will Taylor.
Oh, Troyan Parking Authority.
Oh, rude. Yes, one of the hazards of parking the Falcon in front of Troya is that it stays there when you beat the Earth boss. So you've got to park a little bit away and take the hike. Could have done Chocobo swag strats since we have launched the whale, but not a lot of people do those. All right, whose butt are we going to kick, and whose butt is potentially going to kick our runners' butts tonight? We're going to find out here in a second.
It's probably a door.
Could very well be. I don't even know the number of sprites in the pool, and the number of scripts is also fairly large that Jeromus can pull from.
Yeah, it's in the
Especially
tens. It's probably about maybe a third of the scripts in the game.
very nice. And
Maybe a
since he
quarter.
swaps it up, you get a good mix.
Yo, it's Dr. Robotnik. Oh. Soap didn't buy wine.
Oh, yeah, it was in Troy, or no, Tamra, I believe, may have been a skipped shop. So, one more difference. We do have two Zercasters, so it won't be the biggest deal, just a little slowdown on the get go. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know, if Z rolls vanilla, Black Hole could throw the runners for a loop without, that wine just readily available.
Oh, he's going for the vendor swap here, I think. That's why he's waiting on Cecil's.
Gonna use a slow nerf. I like it. I still default to like trying to grab a silk web to nerf just to bring Z down that much, especially on Zerker things. And we're gonna get to see Edward potentially do something in a Z fight, which is exciting. Yeah, we are seeing that lack of Bacchus sort of come into play a little bit longer to get going on Soap side than it was for Taylor to start dishing out some damage. And Taylor's damage coming out of Edward probably a little higher than what we're seeing out of Yang.
It's a matter of this Big Bang
A
rule.
little bit. Yes, very true.
Oh, it's a very low one.
Oh, Edward, good job, buddy.
Oh, lit 3 all. This is, I think the Tricker.
That's fantastic.
Which makes a
Oh
difference.
no, Edward.
Yeah.
Sadness.
Edward goes down. So I think we're gonna see another lit 3. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, it's not as big as I thought it would be.
Needle
Needle.
coming out.
Oh, but look, Taylor's already there.
It looked like Soap got a needle just a second before Taylor did.
Yeah.
So this is like even
But-
Steven, it looks like.
No, it means Taylor's getting through it quicker because Taylor entered later.
Oh, this is true, yes. That damage coming out of Edward for a while was definitely more. I just think the damage output in general is a tiny bit higher on Taylor's side. Spoonward being dead didn't help.
We got better HP numbers across the board for Soap, so I think this is... And that was a big 7,000 hit. Oh, and that's Jesus take the wheel.
Oh, dangerous. Yep, just all right. Hands down, controller down.
Oh, and that's Taylor through.
That's GG's Taylor.
GG's to Taylor.
Wow. Another banger.
and
Oh, and
that's
boom for Soap.
and that's boom for Soap. I'm gonna pull up the race room. I did not look. That's 7 seconds between them on their official time. So that's going. I'm gonna ask somebody. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask somebody to go do a retime.
Fantastic, fantastic! Another super close banger of a race. You can't be sad to see one of these folks. I feel like you
Yeah.
love
Let's
it
see. Are they?
when, especially with different strats and very different paths to the seed.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We'll see. We'll see who wants to join for an interview.
Just I love it. Yeah, like Rex said, big fan of ties. And seeing, yeah, two runners do just so many different things. It's different parties, everything. And come this close at the end. It's wonderful, I think.
Our runners will be joining us for interviews. This is wonderful. Oh, I forgot to stop the timer. I'm just gonna put question marks for our final times because we need a recount.
Yeah, we've got a 7 second difference, it looks like. So a little bit of a recount to make sure. It's a pretty close range.
There. Have they joined voice channels yet? Not yet. They might not be able to see it.
Yeah, like Possum pointing out, you still see it. It comes back together right at the end, even with different routes. I love it. I
Yeah, it's
was telling
fantastic.
Scar before the race. I used to not like boss hunts, but these moon style flags have really sold me on the idea. And honestly, right now, it's my favorite way to play Free Enterprise. Is some form of boss hunt like this. It's just a blast. Yeah, very good Thursday night race. A little late night, near tie, maybe tie. We'll see.
And we have got Soapbox Gamer in the room. GG's.
GG's.
And oh, I'm driving Taylor Swifting as well because y'all finished so close. We've got Taylor Swifting in here as well. GG's to both of you. That was wonderful.
Yeah, GG's.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, we saw two very different paths to go mode, and the fact that it came down to be such a close race was just sort of fantastic to see. A lot of options sort of popped up, kind of at the same time for both of you, and seeing how those were approached and what the ultimate paths were was really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's just I just feel bad. Unfortunately, I'm on the wrong end of it, but yeah, I'll be thinking about how I did Evelyn Castle for probably a very long time.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was a rough conditions to do the Evelyn Castle in. One of the things that ended up, I think, making a difference here is Edward. You both made a different decision about Edward, and I'd like to ask each of you, starting with Soap, what made you make the decision you made about Edward?
I I had when I went up ordeals, and basically I had two people that can actually hit, and I only needed a stick I could easily find instead of having to rely on Forge or a spoon. I decided at that point I was going to ditch him. If I didn't see anything early, if I didn't see a spoon early or anything else that he could have used, I might have gone back for him. But it was more, I knew what I was comfortable with, and I didn't want to just sit there and try to figure it out. So all I was thinking was, give me a white mage, and I can probably work out the rest from there.
All right, and on the other end of that decision, Taylor, what motivated you to take Edward in this position? Taylor, your microphone may or may not be muted. Oh, Martin has retimed it already. Oh, we got mic issues. Taylor has a official retimed time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 40 seconds. And Soapbox Gamer has a retimed time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 49 seconds. A very tight race.
Yeah, super close. And just with the different paths, it's just amazing to see it, come down to the wire like that.
I kind of felt good once I got everything going. Honestly, once I had the crystal sword, it kind of made sense. It was just when I finally got to Z at the end of it, it was like, okay,
Test.
Hey.
Oh, there you
can
are.
Hear you.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
It happens.
I just got a new mic.
New mic issues.
Yeah.
Understandable.
The Eddie. So I went Mysidia first, and then to DMCN. So I still had Watery Pass, and I still had Ordeals. I just took them because I wanted the fastest anchor in the overworld, and still had 2 characters to look for. So I'm not a big Young fan. And then it just kind of like there really wasn't any better reason to get rid of him. So
That's fair.
I also found the Cursed Ring. So when I went to do the freebie, I decided to do the right side, and that's where I found my Cursed Ring. So I was like, all right, my anchor problems are solved. Keeping Eddie's fine.
All right. Did Evil Wall on your boss list put anything into that weight, or was it just fast anchor?
Both Evil Wall and Odin, when I looked at it before the game started, I was like, Eddie wouldn't be terrible here, right? That kind of provides a couple of extra options. So, and of course, Student's not guaranteed, but I figured, he seems to make enough sense. And then with the Cane and the Sussel, it kind of eventually was just like, yeah, this is probably going to work just fine.
Yeah, we don't get to see Edward enough, maybe. So it was nice to get to see him sort of carried along and then actually get that spoon to use at some point.
And I think I got pretty lucky. I think I got it at the Crystal Sword altar, if I remember correctly. And
the Crystal Sword
altar. I really luck boxed my way there at the very end. At some point, I started to realize that I need to find the Baron Key or access to a couple more boss checks because I'm starting to run out here. And so, I reset Ribbon Room and the Masa altar, and then when I saw the officer soldiers, I was like, you know what, we should just take this one. At least we'll get some experience. And I think that's where I got the spoon. So, that was just kind of very lucky.
So that would have helped. That would have helped later, but that was the large reason I ditched him. I didn't know when I was going to get it, if at all, and I can't rely on the Forge to do it. And obviously, I didn't get that till I got to the moon. So either way, it would have been too late for him to be useful.
Did anybody forge? Did you forge?
No.
Yeah.
I'll probably go back and find out what it is for laughs afterwards. But it was Forge was White Spear, so there's no way I was going back to. There was no way I was leaving the moon.
The Forge was behind the elements at the Ribbon Room, actually, after that White Spear. It was Forge and Package, Legend Sword and Package behind that last spot, all hiding. Everything that wasn't available on Earth was hiding directly on the moon as far as key item change, so that was interesting.
Luckily, I had enough boss numbers, and that was a large reason I ripped through Baron, because I didn't want to be short. I was like, well, if I can get it down to 2, then I'll just use those as levels, and then only have to pop a siren or 2, which worked out. Unfortunately, I'm still 10 seconds short.
Yeah, the early Twin Heart play, there was a required boss there, and that definitely put you sort of up on that track, and then you did do Baron earlier. And so it was very it just kept getting closer and closer as the further along it went. It was very exciting.
And you're right. I mean, ever since Evelyn, I felt behind entirely. So at that point, I was just like, "What is the closest cluster of stuff where I can start knocking stuff out?" And you know, I have no, I have no qualms as much as I don't do Twin Harp. If I have an exit spell and I have no other choice, I will blow through it immediately. And luckily, it wasn't a required boss, so at least it got the engine started, and then I just ripped through the rest of the blue planet, and then I just wanted to make sure I was at 19. Like, I felt weird running through to the top of tower for a cheapie, but it made sense considering the boss that was up there. I was like, I'm not gonna waste a count just doing, just avoiding it. Then I'd have to do another altar because I don't want to.
What was the boss at Twin Harp?
It was King. It was well, Twin
Was
Harp
it
was
Golbez?
Octo.
It was Octa, so Golbez must have been either Baron Basement or the package check.
Or the giant.
El Gigante.
Or the giant, yep. Yep.
But I wanted to make sure if I had enough required, and I was roughly around like 18 or 19, I was like, okay, I can go to the moon and knock out one altar or two and be able to pick and choose what I wanted to attack instead of going up maybe 4 short. Otherwise, I would have had to do the entire moon, and I would have wasted more time doing that.
Yeah, that's the kind of play I think I enjoy as well, knowing that you can get those earlier, a little easier bosses done, and then be more choosy on the moon is nice. Any situation that puts you in the ability to sort of pick what you're spending your time on, I feel like is better rather than having to sort of commit to all of the moon.
Yeah, not to mention I'm holding a crystal sword on Blue Planet. I will blow through anything that's sitting there. So it's a matter of, I rather speed through all that and get the numbers up. And then I riskily faded Luca because I didn't really want to waste time running down there at that point. So I was like, that's the hill I'm dying on. I'm going to the moon.
Yeah, it was a fantastic match from both of you. Excited to see it. I'm glad we got to be here to put it on Restream and commentate for it. So it was just one of those great tournament seeds and well approached by both of you.
Yeah, thank you. This was very fun, Flaxa, and thank you to everybody that's putting this on. I haven't got a chance to practice too much of it, but I really enjoyed it. So thank you to y'all.
Hey, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for playing. I'm excited. I was excited with the tournament. Oh, I'm grateful.
It's good. It's been a good turnout and some good matches so far. We've had some really close matches in the last day or so, even. So I hope we have more of them. Honestly, I know it's a little more work on the admin side to do some retimes, but everybody loves a tie.
Yeah, the suspense was killing us.
Yeah, that was it. Just because we had no way of knowing, who's going to eke out at the end because it was so close, but with so different paths.
Did anybody find alcohol? Because I didn't.
It was in Camera.
It was, yeah.
The one shop I didn't look at. Awesome. I'm thinking of where I can make up 10 seconds. If I could have used that, if I had that, I probably would have made up a few more seconds myself. Thanks, I appreciate it.
If you'd done one fewer siren.
That too.
It's always rough.
That's rough to see.
And honestly, that was a side effect from practice. Like the other night, I went in short, found out it was a Pink Puff script, and basically got destroyed. And I didn't have enough HP, so I'm just sitting there. I'm thinking to myself, I'm making sure I have more than enough this time, because I don't want to get trolled. And of course, it's the Antlion script. I was like, I could have not wasted my time doing that.
Well, I think we've covered everything I wanted to ask of the runners. Did you have anything else for them, Potato?
No, I think you've covered a lot of the questions I had, and they've expounded on their thoughts about how they got through some of those tricky parts.
All right, then, Taylor, do you have any final thoughts on the seed?
No, just Thanks again for putting this on. Appreciate it.
All right. Soap, you have any final thoughts on the seed?
I need to be more than 10 seconds faster. Other than that, I appreciate you guys putting together a restream so quickly, and I appreciate everybody that throws in any effort with this. And it was a good time, even though it's going to be an extremely short appearance on my part. But I was glad to be able to participate.
I second all of that, including the very short appearance part for myself. So I definitely understand, right? It was just a blast. It's great to see everybody hop in, whether or not you've been doing this for years and years or months and months. I feel like these flags kind of are great ones to take a bite of, so to speak. And it's been great seeing everybody show up and have a good time.
I agree. This one was a lot of fun.
With that, I think we're done, right?
Yeah,
Scar?
we're
Gonna
done.
wrap
We're
up.
gonna wrap up. We're gonna head out. It's late. We're just gonna sign off tonight. We're just gonna
It's late. We have a match tomorrow.
we have at least one match tomorrow. There will be Rex Banner versus Durand at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. in the Superior Pacific time zone.
Yes.
Whether or not there will be a restream for that, we don't know. But if there isn't a restream, you'll be able to view it through the Discord, through the FF4All Discord. And then on Saturday, there will be Microcorgs versus Possum, a very hype match, a couple of very hype matches so far indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
We'll see you next time. Have a good night, y'all.
Good
Thanks.
night,
GG's
everybody.
again. Thanks.
Take care, guys.